Continuing on with Gamesmaster magazine from August of 1999, we're now on the second part of the Silent Hill review, and we get to read all the bits that couldn't be read in the first video, so let's get on with it. Starting off with the top left hand corner, the gaming masterpiece. Yes, this was actually quite a good, decent, popular game back in the day. Oi, I can see your breakfast. This one of the more stickier death in the game. These screen grabs do not do the game justice. The clock tower is the first puzzle that you have to come across. It needs 2 medallions to enter. Beware the double demon team up and anything that tries to straggle you as well. Number 1, Two-Faced. Even though the actual area that you cover is not as huge, the game is multi-layered environment, have an alternative dark side which has to be explored. Here is the room behind the reception with an eerie choice of wall hanging. The alternative world is now like the picture. Ooh. Here, the infirmary is altogether nasty alternative world. Don't ask for a plaster. And here is the infirmary in the lovely normal Silent Hill, which is only surrounding all-consuming evil fog, which is nice. Oh, spooky. Now open wide and say ah. And she got nice teeth. Not sure if I'll be able to read that from here, but I'll try. Forget your fancy flashy ray guns. What you need is a low-tech, high-fiber, old-school tools to slash and blast your way to safety. Anything you can swing will do. This is the gun that Cyborg gives you with... Hang on, what's that say? This is the gun that Cyborg gives you with. Okay. While not being particularly powerful, it doesn't half come in handy. The hammer is pretty heavy, but it's far more powerful than the steel pipe. The axe isn't the most destructive weapon, but it's very quick through the air. The knife is the first weapon you'll find, and it's only useful for tackling the dogs. Number 3, Jack and Gory. Following on from the glorious opening, the game is punctuated with cutscenes and information which keeps the plot spiraling. Whether you grasp it or not is another thing, though, as this is one of the weird world you've entered. Alicia is the key to the whole plot. But who is she? Is she the evil? And why does she wear white in the winter? Okay, that's interesting. Despite dialysis helps you throughout the game that looks like into her eyes, and the linger of green in her skin makes it more suspicious. Ooh, spooky. Feed the birds, 2p a bag. Of course. Do not sleep in the evil fires of hell. It's a bit obvious one that. Many of the puzzles are quite random. Their theme choices, here is a star sign one. You are here. Navigation has never been easier as you discover clues and new routes. Harry marks down the details with his magic marker on his map to save you testing your memory. The map very handily gets marked for you so you know whether or not you've been and where you're going. Mapping in a game, how handy. Shovel may be cute, but she's the worst artist I've ever seen. I mean, this is crap. You should see my drawing. You can carry on as much as you can so your inventory gets very busy. Suck my knee. If you're new in town, it's best to take every opportunity to make friends, and then there's plenty of the tactile funny faces who want to get a real close. Some are more deadly than others, though. You can keep shooting and keep on coming. When will they ever learn? Ape-like and agility, those lot get all frisky and wrestles you to the ground. Urgh. The infamous skinless babies have unfortunately not made the final game. They have been replaced by hairy critters. So obviously they must have had a preview of this game. which obviously has not come to fruition. Let's see what it says at the top. Number of enemies 5. 5s will make you get down. Stroke my hairy monster. Strangers in the night. Scooby Dooby Doo. Don't look under the bed. Silent Hill gang. Silent Hill plots around these 7 characters, each having their own various reasons to remain in the vile village. You'll need help if you can get it, but who will you trust? Who can you trust, I should say? Lisa Garland, she's always happy. She always to help, but is trapped in the hospital. Why, I wonder. Is the head of the hospital, but how come he isn't a zombie like the others? Michael Koofman. Joe Wiley lookalike Cybele is a friendly at the start, but can she really be trusted? Several constipated Cheryl is the reason why Harry has come to Silent Hill. Alicia seems to have been severely burned, but somehow survived. Delilah, sister of Dizzy, knows far more than she's letting on, the crazy hag. Nick Stone has the only one can solve the mystery. Harry has the woman that just fallen in as feet, especially when the cuffs with him are an iron pipe. And can I have extra anchovies, please? Like I said, it's detailed. Monster. There are some strange choices for the main baddies. Rather than your usual spiders and bats, the developers believe that mutant maggots will have you hiding behind the sofa. And let's just see if I can get more light on, which I can't. It's big boss time, and the beast of Samuel is awakened and he's pretty grouchy. This is the easiest of all the bosses, but should not be underestimated. The dreaded moth who takes time off from sucking sweetness to having a go at your knitwear. Ew. Derez. What makes the atmosphere all more menacing is that Silent Hill looks very quiet and peaceful, while its white picket fences and poor amenities. Within the school, you'll find old trolleys with restraining straps. Why would a school need those? The first clues you find is that skills are scrawled in blood, or perhaps red biro. Oh no. Harry gets used to the weapons in the game. Main starting point, the cafe. And at the top, it says number of times played, too many. Sleepy. Bye skinless babies. Skinless babies, bye. Worst weapon, knife. Best weapon, hyper blaster. IKEA. Rather than the classic hammer sci-fi haunted house chink that the Resident Evil flaunted about, the designers have gone for a dirty, detailed gothic ambience instead. Oh, here comes the hammer. Harry, popular as ever down his local. Corpses draped in cloth line the walls of the hospital hallways. A lot of the imaginaries from childhood, you can find clues when it's in crayon. Keys in suites and doors in nurseries. And what we've got up here, this should stop Harry from entering the girls' toilets ever again. The zombie nurses are far quicker than you think. They stagger forward and slip in the old hyperdemic nerdle. The gloom of the sewers hides a whole gang of girls. Lisa and Dr. Koofman have one of those complicated hate relationships. Here's a big bunch Cybele thinking she's all that on her big bike. Unfortunately, the tracks had its engine ripped off and Harry's no mechanic. If you keep the move, the demon canaries soon lose their appetite. Silent Hill is not about flashy bright lights. The colours and textures are suitable and rustic instead. Often the camera angle is not the best for viewing the enemy. The Chillometer. How does newcomer Silent Hill match up against the Shiglahoric champ Resident Evil? And there is the little... I think it was more horror-based, to be honest, than gun-ho. Silent Hill isn't a whole new type of game, rather than an extension of the survival horror genre created by Resident Evil. Gamesmaster judgment. Presentation, sexy, smooth, and cool openings splits into the samey, dark brown environments throughout. Gameplay grows on you like mold. Not Action Jackson, but more cerebral like Carol Vorderman. Lifestyle. The plot offers several endings, so plenty of life and death after the first completion. The best bit, the warm feeling you get when you successfully negotiate one of the many obscure puzzles. The worst bit, missing most of the great design work because of the mighty and aggressive gloom and fog. While its sluggish handling and impressive nature tries to bring it down, its mighty holistic mass brings it out of the mire. 91%. If you like this, give Resident Evil a whirl, or wait patiently for Dino Crisis and Resident Evil 3. And that's my review of Silent Hill that's been reviewed in Gamesmaster magazine from August of 1999. Many thanks for watching. Never played it. I think I did on a demo, but that's what I'm not here for. Anyway, see you soon.